Hey, good afternoon, economics students. We spent our time today kind of switching gears and we started talking about the spectrum of economies when we look at things in terms of centrally planned or command economies all the way over to a free market and everything in between. So let's dive into those definitions that we talked about today. We made it clear in class that a centrally planned or a command economy, the key part of that is the decisions that are in the economy are made by the state. And the decisions I'm talking about are the three economic questions of what, how, and who. Those are important economic decisions that in the free market would be made by businesses and consumers, but the what to produce, how to produce it, and who are your customers, we're really looking at the state making that decision, and they regulate all the means of production because they own all the means of production. Whereas the free market, all the decisions are made by consumers and producers. There's no government intervention or control. The market actually regulates itself. We don't really have a whole lot of those. Historically we did, but in the modern age, we have some centrally planned economies, but we have much more in terms of mixed and modern economies that says there's government regulation where necessary, but the principles and the interaction of consumers and producers are the biggest thing. And so we talked about the examples in class from your learning target packet, where these countries go on the spectrum. Of course, the U.S. in the 1920s, if we look at the U.S. in the 1920s, that was laissez-faire capitalism. That was a big deal, unregulated free markets. But then we learned the lesson because in December of 1929, the stock market crashes, and the 1920s, the roaring 20s, the balloon was deflated pretty quickly. And then we also talked about the issue of North Korea, and North Korea being an extreme example of a centrally planned economy where they control everything. And so we then started to look at that little case study of North Korea, and that's where we'll pick up tomorrow. That's it for now.